In me was that tenacity. In me was that burning desire to make this happen that made all of the no's just melt away as I went in search of that yes. I'm Ariel Garten. I'm one of the founders of InteraXon. We're the makers of Muse, the brain-sensing headband. So I started working in a research lab in the early 2000s with Professor Steve Mann. He had an early brain-computer interface system, a single electrode that you would put on the back of your head. And using that technology, we started to create concerts where people could make music with their brain. So we had this early stage technology, but we had no business. So we thought we could use this technology to control the lights on some very large rings, all connected to one another, with people's brains at the Olympics. And we got back a call probably 2 weeks later that said, "This is amazing, can you do it in the Ontario colors?" And the project that was finally proposed was that we, with our technology, we were going to control the lights on the CN Tower, the Canadian Parliament buildings, and Niagara Falls with people's brains from across the country. There were many moments when we were concerned that this was not going to go off, that we had bitten off way more than we could possibly chew, and we pulled it off. So for us, this was completely extraordinary. You know, we had gone from a tiny team of 3 people to a basement to executing this massive project for the Olympics, and it was extraordinarily successful. We still had this fascinating technology, it had a great solution, but it wasn't something that was going to move the needle on humanity. Controlling the lights in big buildings or even controlling your toaster with your brain was not quite market ready yet. And so we had to really turn this idea on its head. So you can imagine that when you tell people that you're creating a technology that's going to let you control the world with your mind, that you're creating thought-controlled computing, you're going to get a lot of really skeptical responses. And then I would go into investor pitches and tell them about this meditation technology that we're creating, and a lot of people were not on board. And throughout all of that, all of the no's, there were so many more yeses in this process, so many more people who said, "Oh my God, this is extraordinary, like, wow, tell me more, wow, I want that," that buoyed us and moved us forward. So if you're working on a technology that's a little bit ahead of its time, persevere. You will A, find a way to take what you're working on now and make it relevant to the existing market conditions, or B, find a way to exist long enough so that the market catches up to you.